Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today's Monday, November 7th, and the markets are not really giving me anything in terms of opportunity. Today I found out to be, in my experience, a very zigzaggy day, consolidation day, as if you will. And so, I decided to make this video instead. So what this video is about is pretty much just like a general overview as to the things that I have in my desk that help me pretty much do what I do in terms of trading the markets. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you is pretty much this BenQ monitor. It's a 27-inch. It has a really good color grading profile, but mostly right now I use it for my general trades. I used to do a lot of graphics work where I needed to have precise coloring, but because I'm so focused on this now, I decided to keep it, and it's been really useful for me because of its size. Here's where I mostly focus on my trades, like in terms of the NAS, this SPX, and Euro USD. So that's pretty much all I trade on, really. But here's going to be my main setup. So as you guys can see, here's my overall higher time frame, intermediate, short term, and I pretty much use these two screens down here as for a confirmation entry. And to the right here, we have an Acer monitor that I got at Best Buy. It was like one of the cheapest 1080p monitors that you can get. And this monitor has been pretty good for me. It's 75 Hertz. Again, I don't really need it for anything crazy. I just needed to have like a secondary screen because again, what I use this for is pretty much my SMT divergence. So for those that study ICT, you realize that once you start comparing different classes of instruments, there's going to be some form of divergence at some point where it's going to help you find a better entry. So what I like to use this chart for, you guys can see here, I got my commodities, I got here my indices, I got my bonds and interest rates here, and I got the dollar versus the euro. Overall, what I use it all as a storytelling device so that I can get a clearer grasp as to my daily bias. Or sometimes if I want to go in there and see to use it as a confirmation trade, I go ahead and do that as well. I guess down here, the next screen I want to talk to you about is my iPad. I use it as like a secondary form of information. Pretty much what I have here, as you guys can see, is my notepad. Here's where I have my notes. Anything I see, in terms of SMT or what I see for the day or any ideas that I get, I write it down here. And then over here in the middle, I'm gonna have all of my events that are gonna occur. So Forex Factory, if I see any huge events that that are gonna occur for today, like FOMC or PCI or CPI or any of that, those big heavy hitters, I'm gonna see it right here first. So of course, we have that. Then over here I have my notepad where I'm gonna be tracking down pretty much what my entry strategy is. It's just a bunch of lines, but I'm gonna call this like a subconscious image that's engraved in my head so that I know how it is that my entry acts and behaves. And then up here, just for entertainment, I have the CNBC coverage. Again, it's just for entertainment. I don't really take it seriously. Sometimes I see it to see if my my analysis matches what the professionals are saying, but honestly, I don't even pay attention. I just have it for background purposes. All right, next over here is my iPhone, and what I use my iPhone for is pretty much as a notepad. Keypad. As you can see on my keyboard, there is no keypad, and the reason why is because I'm trying to save desk space. So what this application does is pretty much allows me to type in any number. So for instance, if I want to get a quicker grasp of a certain time frame. So right now, for example, we're looking at the 15-minute time frame, but let's say I want to look at the, I don't know, like the 6-minute time frame. I can go down here, type in 6. You'll see here that it got typed it for me. I just press enter, and then boom. So once again, let me do that again. So 15-minute, I just go and tap like this. And if I want to go down to the 6-minute time frame, boom, copy. This is a very useful tool, and I also have it as a shortcut right here. So if I press Alt Enter, you're gonna see that it brings back my entire view. So it's just a quick way for me to navigate through the markets, and it's really convenient because again, it's just my iPhone, so I can just reach out there, plug in which time frame I want to look at, boom, done. Very useful tool. If you guys want, I can make a video on how to set this up. I find it to be very helpful. It works on both iPhones and iPads. Next is the keyboard. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the G915 TKL keyboard, and there's two versions, one that you can get with like a keypad and then one where you can just get it without it. What I really like about this is the sound. Plus, the sound it makes when I type, and as well I use it for gaming. And you can program some of the keys. You can customize the animation of the lights and such. And there's different profiles that you can download online by using your Logitech, login credentials. And yeah, I downloaded this one. I forgot what the pattern is called. I think it was cyberpunk pattern. It's really cool. As you guys can see, sometimes these change the light. Of course, you can dim it. And on top of that as well, it's very useful in the sense that not only can it be connected through a specialized USB. So when you get this keyboard, it comes with its own USB plug-in, and you can plug that into your computer. And once you have the lightning port connected, it'll connect to that. But also you can have a Bluetooth option, and then this keyboard can connect to a separate device via Bluetooth. So that's what I did here. I connected the USB towards my PC, and then the Bluetooth, I connected it to my iPad. So whenever I'm writing down my ideas, whenever I wake up in the morning and I want to say US dollars week, I just go on my notepad, I tap, I'm on Bluetooth mode right now, and it's pretty much typing on my iPad. So that's what I do in the mornings when I wake up, when I start to get settled and see an overview of the market. I start jotting down ideas. I start jotting down my bias and my predictions as to how is it that the market is going to behave for today. And the next item here I have is the G604 mouse, and I really like this mouse, but very recently I've been experiencing some lag onto it. I don't know what it could be caused by, but it's been 2 years I think I've had this mouse, and overall it's very useful. As you guys can see, it has like 6 keyboard shortcuts, and what I like to do is pretty much have them set up so that I'm able to switch over windows, open up the home, lower down the volume, raise the volume, as well as copy and paste. Copying and pasting is very useful when trading the markets, because I trade the seconds, and sometimes you really need to get into the entry right away. So the quickest way that I've found is by copying and pasting. So if you guys want, I can make a quick demo. So let's say here you'll see here that I'm gonna have my price. So I'm just gonna quickly just copy it on my mouse, copied, and then I'll just bring it over to my MT4. I'll paste the price that I'm trying to get into. See, select price, paste, and then place. That's what I do. MT5 as well. I have my own EA that I use to position manage my risk automatically without having to calculate the pips and the lot size and such. And here I have the pop-up prices, I think it's called. And the reason why I do it like this is because, again, I want to look at the spread consistently. I want to make sure that the spread is going to be fine. Again, I'm going to refer back to that old video that I did about how spreads can kill you. And so yeah, ever since then, I decided to just put the spread count up here just so that I can get a constant view as to how much I should be calculating my stop loss. So this is the platform, MT5. I use TradingView for my analysis, and all in all, it's been a pretty good experience because of that, and as well as you can program the mouse to act differently between different applications. So sometimes when I'm gaming, I play Valorant, so like you're able to assign these keys for like their little special abilities for each character and such. But yeah, it recognizes once you open up a new application, and it loads up your presets pretty much, so it knows what to do whenever you click on one of these hotkeys. And as well, it's interchangeable, so whatever I use it for the lightning, so as you can, if I push this button, it's going to switch for the lightning and Bluetooth. So yeah, I have it connected to 2 devices. I have this on Bluetooth, it connects to my iPad, and on lightning it connects to my PC. So yeah, that's that. And here I just have some little toys from my cat that they can play with. And then here is my little thingamajigger, I like to call it. It's from Purple. And I don't know if you guys know what Purple is, but it's just like one of those seat cushions. They make seat cushions and pillows, I believe. I can't remember what it's called on top of my head, but it's pretty much just my little thing that I use to entertain my hands. The same in trading goes sitting on holding my hands or something like that. Well, I'm just pretty much it helps me just step away from the keyboard. Whenever I feel jittery, or whenever I feel like I'm impulsive, I step back away from the keyboard, and I pretty much just play with this. Keeps my hands occupied. So yeah, so that's pretty much this side of my setup. I mean, as you can see right here in the back, have my microphone that I use to make my videos, as well as a little basic what's it called, the Google Home Mini. This is the old version, and I like it because you can connect it to your through USB on the computer, and yeah, you can play Bluetooth, and yeah, that's what I pretty much have it for. This is just a little adapter. And then over here on the left side is pretty much, I call it the octopus because it has like an 8-core CPU, but it's pretty much a computer I built to fulfill my designing passion. So yep, that's that. Has an Aorus motherboard. I guess if you're interested, I can write down the specs and put it on the description of the video. Have my little buddy here. Have my fake AirPods, I like to call it. And these are just some shades that I use from. Yeah, and then some trees. Like I'm not really good on trees or whatnot, but you know, I was really attracted into buying these. So you know, I got them for the desk because in my opinion you need to have some form of trees or something green on your desk. You can't just have it all be machines, in my opinion, or else you're just gonna go mad. I realized that once I started to put trees on my desk, I started to feel a lot more peaceful at mind and a lot more calmer. I don't know, it's something to do with like being closer to nature when you're constantly over here looking at charts. As you guys can see, here is the stuff here in the back that I have for the computer. I mean, obviously no one gets to look at it because it's covered by these beautiful plants. Overview. Oh, and I forgot one thing here I have in the back. I have here an air filter. I need to really clean out the filter, but it used to do a really good job at absorbing my room's dust. The reason why I got it was because I read a book about, like, you know, becoming 1% better every day. So I figured, you know, if I start breathing, you know, fresh air, maybe it'll be like a subtle difference. Oh, and the desk here that I have is an autonomous. So it's one of those standing desks that you can get. I don't know how much you can get for them now, but this I got it for like 300 bucks, I think. It was the cheapest and the smallest that you could get. And it's been very beneficial because you know, when you're constantly looking at this stuff, you know, you can't just be sitting all the time. You need to be moving, like at least standing, you know. All in all, this is my desk setup. I like to keep things simple but useful, and you know, nothing goes to waste. You know, my phone is here, my tablet is here. I want every piece of technology that I have on my desk to be useful for everyday purpose. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you enjoy how it is that, you know, I have it set up. I'm interested to learn more as to how you have your setup as well. What are some things that I could do better? Are there some products maybe you can recommend to me? Let me know all that down in the comments. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and girls for watching this video. And if you can, leave it a like, you know, subscribe, do all that stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into these markets and then see what's gonna happen today. All right, then you have a good one, and I hope you have a nice day. All right, take care.